everybody, welcome back to Jeff Ball Central. Gonna do the old game review thing for the old shtick, the old song and dance. This is Bleeding Edge. It's a Ninja Theory game. It's like a online kind of arena fighter, sort of in the vein of Overwatch. In fact, last month they ran a beta for it, and I participated in that beta, and I made a video about it. And I kind of at that time, mistakenly, I might add, compared it a little too heavily to Overwatch. Honestly, when I was playing it, I was kind of thinking, yeah, this is a lot of fun, but there's too much Overwatch. You know how it goes. But you know what? Now that I've spent a lot more time with it, I kind of see how mistaken and misguided I was. It's not like the greatest, online team-based action fighter type thing, but it does have its own personality. It is kind of its own thing. There's not that many levels involved. There's only 2 game modes, but it gets a lot of longevity, and that's because the actual mechanics of being any one of these fighters is deceptively complex. Very similar to Overwatch in nature, of course. And just the fact that there are some characters that are easy to use, there are some characters that are more challenging to use, so you can get a lot of longevity out of this. I mean, you'll notice in my footage here, I play the healer a lot. I play this healer dude, just because that's kind of my personality. Like, I tend not be like an overly aggressive guy. Like, I'm more of like a helpful guy. A pussy. Yeah. Even when you're one of the main fighters, or you're a tank or whatever, there's a lot to like, and there's a lot to fit individual play styles even. You know what I mean? So I was sort of wrong about this game, and the more I played it, the more I kind of got that it's not just an Overwatch style online, team-based game. It's kind of reminiscent of like a fighting game too. They kind of bake that into it, because you can also kind of parry strikes and stuff, and you've got all sorts of powers, and like I said, it does have its own personality, and a lot of these characters are very, very cool. Like, they're just well designed, like, just from an aesthetic point of view, from a gameplay point of view. This ninja guy here, he's probably the most popular character that I've seen on online matches. There's a reason for that. He's easy to use, but he's also got a lot of personality. There's this character here, the Witch. I don't know any of the names of these characters. Is that bad? Am I not doing my homework? The Witch type character that puts the birdcage around people. Coming up behind the shooter girl with the gun, with the thing and the teddy bears that she lays out, and the guy with the swords. Anyway. One of the things that I really actually do appreciate about this game is that it encourages team play. In fact, it's necessary. It's necessary. By default, you're mic'd. Okay, by default your audio channel is open, and you can turn it off, and I did, because I'm like antisocial these days for some reason. I just kind of holed up in my little house, like trying to avoid the virus, not really wanting to talk to anybody so much. But play with them, I'll play with you fine. Just don't make me talk to you. Nothing personal. I'm worried you'll give me coronavirus over my headset. Like this dude here is like this cool, like, death metal guy. Like, I don't know, there's a lot of cool personality in it. There's a lot to enjoy. Like I said, like, I just noticed that people tend to fall into a teammate relationship with perfect strangers. It just sort of encourages that. First of all, it lets you know if a team has a support character in any way. There's like a warning for that, so kind of most of the time, inevitably someone will pick up that role. Some people prefer that role, like me. Like I said, I prefer to be a healer in these sorts of things. And truly, your victory depends on the ability of your team to play like a team. And that happens all the time. all the time you get on a team that really sticks together and takes objectives together, and like they know their role and they play their role. You know how these things work. It's just that rarely I have ever found, just jumping into a nascent brand new franchise, with total strangers, like day one release or whatever, have I ever really had this experience where people were really willing to team, like be a team. So I kind of appreciate it for that. And like I said, I like the personality. There's not much variety to the scenery. There's only really a few stages or levels or whatever, arenas, I guess you would call it. And there's only 2 game modes, but somehow it works. Somehow it works. It's more balanced than the beta was, so I'm appreciative that they even ran, because they actually ran 2 betas. And it's really balanced. It's a lot of fun, and I sort of like it. I sort of recommend this game for you and yours. So, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's not as Overwatchy as you think it is. Boy, is it not Overwatchy. Can we discuss one thing? If I have to wait for a full minute before a match to start in the pre-arena era, give me something to do in there. You know how Overwatch supports that? You know what I mean? Like, you could at least like spray paint something or put it in, like, they have balls in there that you can kick around and stuff. There's nothing like that in this game, which is sort of boring-ish. Here's kind of an example of it right here. Everybody's just kind of waiting around for a full minute, waiting for anything to start. But that's a minor complaint, really. You can't really make a whole video on how there's no balls. Somebody put in the balls. Someone talk to Ninja Theory. More balls. Not enough balls. Playing the guitar. So, yeah, I actually can recommend Bleeding Edge. It's a fun game if you're into this sort of thing and you're into Overwatch and you want a new flavor on it, or if you're into just team-based, arena-based, objective-based, third-person action-type things. It's a good time. So, Jeff Bowl Central gives Bleeding Edge an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Yeah. I had a lot of fun with this game, especially since, like I said, we're all locked up indoors, or most of us are, and there's not much to do. So having a cool, social, fun, arena-based game come out, it's been fun. Like, I've actually enjoyed this. I'm not very good at it. That's neither here nor there. I'm also not good at life, but I still have to participate in that as much as I don't want to. So, whatever. Everybody, do me a favor. This is my latest novel, God's Body, Book 1, The Fall. You need to buy this novel and read this novel. It's a lot of fun. It's sort of apocalyptic and comic booky and horrific and funny. There's funny bits, and it's just all out, all stop, awesome. Oh, I'm gonna have a seizure or something. Because I can't express how good this book is. It's on paperback and Kindle on Amazon. Oh, you making me so happy if you buy this book. I don't think I overdid it. I think that was the perfect salesman amount. Not too much.